Namaste children. Today we will continue with exercise 1.3 sums. Okay, shall we begin? Look at the seventh question. In a recipe making, every 1 by 2 cup of rice requires 2 3 by 4 cups of water. Express this in the ratio of rice to water. We are going to make some recipe, and for that every 1.5 cup of rice will need 2 3 by 4, that is 2/4 cups of water. Okay, you are going to express it in the form of a ratio. Let's see how to start. Okay, first they have given you everything in a improper fraction, in a mixed fraction, so we should convert to the improper fraction first. Okay, now let's write it as a equation. 1 by 2 is written as 3 by 2 cup of rice is equal to 11 by 4 cup of water. Also we know that ratio means how will we express? There should be a number and a ratio symbol should be there and another number. Okay, now in this side it is going to be rice and in the other side it is going to be water, because that is the question. We are going to express it in the form of ratio of rice to water. Okay, so what we should do now? So we are going to equate this 3 by 2 and 11 by 4. Shall we see how to solve that? Now, ratio of rice to water, that is rice by water. Okay, you are going to solve in the ratio format. Then the value for rice they have given is 3 by 2 and then the value for water is 11 by 4. When you are going to take this 11 by 4 to the numerator, what will happen? So 3 by 2 will be there, and then when this 11 by 4 goes up, what will happen? It will be a reciprocal. So it will be into 4 by 11. Clear? And then we can cancel, right? So the final answer will be 3 2s are 6 and 1 into 11 will give you 11. So rice by water is equal to 6 by 11. So when you are writing it in the form of a ratio, how you will express? 6 by 11 can be represented as 6 is to 11. Clear, children? Now, the next question. Ravi multiplied 25 by 8 and 16 by 15 to obtain 400 by 120. Okay, for this first you convert this wordings into a expression. How you will write? Ravi is multiplying 25 by 8, that is 25 by 8 is multiplied. So you are using the multiplication sign with 16 by 15 to obtain. That means it is going to be equal to 400 by 120. So we have derived the expression for this, and after that can you simply solve and find the answer? It is very simple only. Okay, let's see the second sentence of this question. He says that the simplest form of this product is 10 by 3. So Ravi is getting the answer 10 by 3 and Chandru says that the answer in the simplest form is 3 1 by 3. Okay, whose answer is correct? Are they both correct? Explain. So the question is very simple. The first line is the question. All the other remaining parts are just to confuse you. Once you convert to this expression, you have to derive and come to the final answer, and then you just check whether which answer is correct. Actually, by looking at the question, can you say this 10 by 3 and 3 1 by 3, is it any different? No, this 10 by 3 is again written in the form of a mixed fraction. Okay, anyways, let me simplify and find out the answer. Now 25 by 8 into 16 by 15 is equal to 400 by 120. This is the expression. And then shall we start to simplify? Now we are going to cancel all the numbers and the final answer we get is 10 by 3 is equal to 400 by 120. Okay, and then what will happen now? So the answer should be, this is the simplest form. So it should be 10 by 3, or in the mixed fraction means it is written as 3 1 by 3. So both Ravi and Chandru are correct. Clear? Ninth question. A piece of wire is 4 by 5 meter long. If it is cut into 8 pieces of equal length, how long will each piece be? Okay, what is the question? There is a wire and the length of the wire is given, and you're going to cut it into 8 pieces. Now just imagine there is this wire and it is 8 meter long. Okay, if you're cutting it into 8 equal pieces, what will be the answer? Directly you will say this 8 divided by 8, so each piece will be 1 meter, right? The same concept is going to be applied here. So this 4 by 5 will be divided by 8. So can we get the value of each piece? Okay, shall we continue? First, for that, as usual, you will draw a diagram and represent the wire as to be 4 by 5 meters. Okay, then the next step, 4 by 5 divided by 8 will give you the length of each piece. So 4 by 5 by 8 is equal to 4 by 5 into, the 8 is in the denominator. When it comes up, 8 by 1 is in the denominator. When it is coming up, it is being converted into 1 by 8, and you can solve and write the answer. Clear, children? Now 10th one. Find the length of a room whose area is 153 by 10 square meter and whose breadth is 211 by 20 meter. So there is a room and the area of that room is given, and you are going to find out the length and breadth is also given. So if there is length and breadth, so what formula can we use? We can use area of a rectangle, because the area of a rectangle is length into breadth. So shall we use that formula? So since B and L is described in the question, we are going to use L into B, and also the value of area is given. So 153 by 10 is equal to L into 51 by 10. Okay, and what will be the next step? You are going to keep this L here and bring this 51 to the other side. When you are bringing this 51 by 20 to the other side, what will happen? 51 by 20 will become 20 by 51. Okay? And then when you simplify this, the value of L will be derived. Is it clear, children? So we will stop with this. And up to this, the unit is over, I believe. There are few challenging problems in our textbook. So let's discuss that. And for tomorrow, I am going to revise the beginning of a unit, that is rational numbers on a number line, and how to find out which is the exact part when it is drawn on a number line, because few students were confused in the test. I could see so many children have written the wrong answers. So let us have a small recap session tomorrow. Okay, children? Now do all these sums in your classwork and then try to solve on your own. Okay? Thank you, children.